if we could come to order. And I don't know of any public speakers, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any changes to the work plan?
Nope.
Everything's fine? We have one action item today, and that is the MTA Federal Substance Abuse Policy. Did you have any questions about it, Andrew?
No, I read it.
And this will go to the full board?
Yes.
Okay. Could I have a motion to send it to the full board? And I'll second it, and we're in agreement. So it'll go to the board on Wednesday. We have the cost of risk report. Oh, sorry. Could I have an approval for the minutes of March? I'll second them, and they're approved. Okay? And this is the cost of risk report. This report provides us with information about last year's total incurred cost of injury claims and what it'll mean to us in our future years. We have a corrected version of the report today in the committee book and as handouts. The corrected version is also on our website, and Lauren Coyne will make the presentation today.
Okay. For the 2009 cost of risk report, we report on the ultimate incurred costs, or what we consider to be the anticipated cost of accidents that occurred in 2009, as well as the premiums that were paid by the agencies to insure certain types of accidents that occur during the year of 2009. The 2009 ultimate incurred cost for all accident types is $320 million, which is an increase of $25 million over the 2008 cost of $295 million. The accident types that are covered by this report are employee accidents, injuries, and customer and non-customer accidents, which include accidents by third parties as a result of MTA operations, such as contractors and trespassers, in addition to our normal customers. The increase from 2008 to 2009 is largely attributed to two things. One is a $17 million increase in workers' compensation ultimate incurred costs at New York City Transit, and the other are two customer and non-customer costs. One is a $6.3 million increase in paratransit costs, and the other is $4.9 million increase for MTA bus self-insured claims, mostly auto liability claims or claims that we consider as a result of bus operations and their accidents involving third parties. For property insurance and other insurance premiums, which cover the MTA agency's losses, there was a decrease of about $3.6 million from 2008 to 2009. The cost of risk also attempts to normalize the costs by converting to rates per million passengers or per 200,000 hours worked when it comes to employee claims. Those are claims that are covered either by workers' compensation or FELA. And the normal rates allow us to compare the cost of risk by agencies with similar operations. Okay. I think on page 6 and 8, we reported the employee and customer, non-customer ultimate incurred costs, and then adjusted these costs for inflation for the years 1996 to 1997. There was one area on page 6 that we thought was of interest, which has to do with employee accident costs. Since 2000, the Long Island Railroad has seen a decrease in their ultimate incurred costs, approximately 39%. At the same time, they saw their lost time and restricted duty rate go from 5.3 to 2.3. The same period, Metro North saw a 47% decrease in their ultimate incurred costs for employee injuries, while seeing the rate go from 5.9 to 2.1. So I think that's an example of when your rate drops, your costs will drop along correspondingly, which we have seen for both of the railroads.
So we need to see that in transit.
Okay?
Yes.
Those are the highlights.
I thank you very much.
Okay, if there's any questions, I'll be happy to.
Anybody have any questions?
So, during those years that the rates dropped on Metro North and Long Island Railroad, did the number of employees remain steady, or did that go down as well?
Well, the rate is based on the number of accidents per 200,000 hours worked, so that's how you normalize it.
However, I did happen to look at the number of employees at Metro North Railroad because I was curious, and the number of employees that we have, not the number of positions, but the number of employees that we have at Metro North Railroad right now is only something like 120 more than what we started with in 1983. So
Yeah.
there has been an increase in the number of employees, and now we're seeing a decrease to the rates that we had in the 80s. And I'm tracking it just out of personal interest. Perhaps we should look at the others as well. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Any other questions? If you look in your books, you'll see that we have safety and crime statistics. Now, the safety and crime statistics are also reviewed by the operating agencies. And I'd like to comment on Metro North because this morning we congratulated Mark Campbell on his upcoming retirement. So this is the last time you will see him with us. We were very happy to see that his quarterly report this time showed a decrease in the number of accidents compared to the prior year. So we're happy that he's able to retire on a positive note because he's worked very hard to keep those accident rates down, and I'm happy to see them. Rather than having to go over those, did you have any questions about any of them, Andrew?
No.
In that case, we will move right into an executive session, which would be the last item on our agenda, and I need a motion to do so. We're going to have a presentation on a security topic.
I'll move it.
Second.